Have you ever been in a relationship where the silence hurt more than the words, where there was no laughter, no tenderness, no hand reaching for yours? Not because love wasn't needed, but because whatever love might have been there was being withheld as a punishment. Have you ever asked yourself, is this normal? Am I too much? The answer is no. It isn't normal, and it isn't love. This is Annie's story, and I'm telling it for her. Annie spent years convincing herself that maybe she was the problem. Her husband didn't hit her or anything like that. He didn't even scream at her every day, which was a plus, I guess. But she realized she was living in a kind of emotional desert because there wasn't any warmth between them. Nothing in his voice when he said her name. No spontaneous hugs like in the beginning of the relationship. No gentle good morning or how was your day? And if she ever laughed too loudly, he would grow cold and distant. If she reached for his hand, he generally would pull away. When she asked why he never touched her anymore, why he looked at her with disdain almost, he would smirk and say, "You're imagining it all. And you're just being too sensitive." And sometimes he'd say, "You want too much out of marriage." And so she stopped asking. She stopped reaching for his hand. She stopped laughing, and slowly, without even realizing it, Annie disappeared inside herself. What Annie didn't know, but can see now all too clearly, is that this wasn't just indifference. It was intentional. Withholding affection was her husband's weapon, a way to keep her doubting herself, always reaching, always apologizing, and for wanting the most basic human need, connection. He somehow wanted to punish her. I share Annie's story because it echoes in the lives of so many survivors. I know that. I can't tell you how many women have whispered the same words to me. Something like, he never hit me, but he never hugged me either. How sad is that? And it always comes with shame because the world tells us that just how men are, that's just the way they are. And not everyone is affectionate. So people, your friends maybe just dismiss it. They downplay it. And so many survivors start asking themselves, am I too needy? Maybe I should be satisfied with what I have. And this can't be abuse. He's not cheating on me. He doesn't hit me. He brings his money home. But affection shouldn't be a luxury. It's not an optional extra. It's the heartbeat of love. To deprive someone of it on purpose is not a personality quirk. It's a form of control. Because when love is doled out in rations, I guess is one way to say it, it's tied to obedience. It sends a big message. I'll give you affection when you behave, and I'll take it away if you displease me. That's not a partnership. That's not what marriage is supposed to be. I think it's punishment. And over time, that kind of behavior trains you to shrink, to silence your needs, to beg for crumbs. You learn to tiptoe through the day, hoping for maybe some acknowledgement, a little smile, and something that should be given to you freely. And that right there, it's what makes narcissistic abuse so insidious. It convinces you that you're the problem, when the truth is you were starved of affection on purpose. This one's for you if you've ever cried quietly at night wondering, why weren't you even worth a hug? Or if you asked your partner silently just to look at you with love, this one's for you. You were not needy. No, you were not asking for too much. What was happening is you were being controlled through deprivation, and you deserved so much more than that. Annie's journey, it will always be at the center of the Are You Annie podcast. Annie is the young woman who fought her way out of a life, that she thought she would be trapped in forever. Her story is here not because she's different from any of us or from you, but because in so many ways, I think she is you. She's your courage, your strength, your will to keep going. Every time you listen to this podcast, every time you speak, every time you comment, your truth is here. And you show that Annie's story is alive. It lives in your resilience and your healing and your ability to rise above all of this, no matter how many times you've been pushed down. I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney, author of the book Undercurrent, and your host. I want you to remember that you carry more strength than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse. I want you to be tenacious and never, ever give up on what's important to you. I want to thank you for being here. I want you to know I appreciate you staying until the end. And I'm going to ask you to promise me that you will take very good care of yourself until the next episode when we get together again. I appreciate you. You're not alone. And until next time, bye.